All right. We're here with Explorer Best of Three. So, normal, honest magic. For the first time ever. Um, Obviously, playing my favorite card in the entire game, Teferi. It was the card I started climbing with to Mythic every season at the start of the launch of Magic Arena. And I've always loved to make excuses to play more of it. So, here I am playing essentially blue-white control, splashing very little black for the end. I really like this card, and I want to run it, so thought I could fit it in here. Have Lotus Field in Rafine's Tower to cast it. It is double black. If that becomes a problem a lot, I'll reevaluate. But as it stands, I just really want to try it. Esper Control, who doesn't like it, right? Also have the strict Proctor Lotus Field thing where you play this and then you play this. And Proctor counters the requirement of you sacrificing your lands. Seems to be the most common way to play blue-white control, so I guess I'm going to try it. I really don't like it, but if it's just the thing everyone's doing, and it seems to be the strongest thing to do, then so be it. Obviously, Lotus Field untapping with Teferi is very strong. I'm not running Discontinuity or whatever. It's 6 minute instant. It ends the turn on the spot, essentially. I'm not running it. It's a 4 of, it seems, in a lot of lists I was looking at, but I don't know. It seems like a lot is going on just to have all that come together. I could be wrong, but as it stands, I'd rather just play slightly cheaper stuff and splash black, because that's what I want to do. For the sideboard, the Thought Distortion's kind of goofy, but for now, we'll see. The Creativity deck that seems to be looming around, this could be pretty good against that. Doesn't seem too great against Mono Green, which I expect to be the most prolific deck I bump into. But it seems like good enough as a one of. The Dovin's Vetoes, 4 of them, pretty straightforward. Seal away, just more 2-mana removal, exiling stuff like Cat Oven nonsense or Croxa. Just exiling it forever is pretty nice, assuming your opponent can't sacrifice it in response. Aether Gust for the mono green matchup. Could run Change the Equation as well, but for now we're just going to use this one. It deals with things that have already resolved, which is a lot better, right, than sitting with the top decked Change the Equation that you can't really use anymore because your opponent's beating you up with what's already resolved. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's it. Sweepers, Shark Typhoon. Oh, I guess I should talk about the Dream Trawler. Again, seems like something people are running. I guess I'll try it. Any excuse to not run creatures is something I'm gonna do, but it is kind of hard to deal with, right? You just keep pitching cards to it. It's kind of hard to deal with, and card advantage, life gain, solid enough blocker, I guess. You know, if you get it out super early with some Lotus Fields, you're really happy. But might be better as just another Shark Typhoon. You don't want to have a bunch of sweepers in your deck and then sweep your one creature. Feels kind of bad, but we'll see what happens. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. And I think, yeah, I remember having a problem with it. And like, why is Brawl only standard? Nobody's playing it. And then they made it not standard. Alright. This hand looks really goofy. So let's hope this Doomscar is really good. Alright, well, the Hollowed Fountain leaves no secrets. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's probably really bad for me. Well, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I have no idea what you take here. I have no idea. It depends what their hand looks like. I have no idea. Alright, they take the card that I could have cast. Let's get rid of this here. Maybe they think it's not a Doomscar. Surely. Oh, wow, we would have had it? We would have had it. That's wild. Wow. Alright, I mean, I'm still playing it, right? Yeah, there's no universe in which I'm not. I'm still just playing it. Wow, that's kind of unbelievable. I would have had it game 1, round 1. I just flat out. Oh, come on. Alright, put this on blue. Uh... good old mono black. Alright, so Thespian Sage is good, and Censor's not good. Honestly, nothing's too appealing here. I guess those two. Well, don't need you anymore. Yeah, easily get rid of that. Does that count as discard, or is it exile cards from your hand? No. Okay, so if we kept the Proctor, we would have. all right, whatever. Moving on. Emotional damage has been done. It's just kind of funny. Proctor, Lotus Field, Proctor, Lotus Field. That's really funny. Yep. So we got a second Lotus Field going. Opponent really needs like a Thoughtseize or something. They don't have it, so let's do the thing, shall we? Or do a thing. That was a really good draw. Probably. Most likely. At the very least, it replaces itself, so I'm not too upset about it. Surely no one's main decking the end. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna play another one of these. And I'll use my current mana to do this. Alright, well, I got all the Lotus Fields in the observable universe, but not really much to do with them. And I went another turn with Dream Trawler just sitting in my hand. Yep, of course. That was clearly a top deck, because they would have just cast it last turn. So, we're in a terrible position, to the surprise of literally nobody. And I'm just going to cast my cards, because if I don't, they're going to be gone forever. At least my opponent's hand is really, really bad, but doesn't mean much, because I don't have anything going on either. Alright, we're just going to snap this off. I'm going to get rid of just the Waste Not in play, and the 4 damage worth of pressure. There's no reason to play this Lotus Field. I'd have to just sacrifice a Lotus Field to do it. Ooh, was that a whiff? I believe it was, yes. Hey, alright, we're back in it. We went from uh-oh to this is just in a really amazing spot. That was a timely draw. Oh my goodness, another Lotus Field. Okay. We took all of their Murderous Riders too. They play this for 0, so the castle is better. Maybe. Thought about it. Then they thought about what they could draw that cost 4. Well, that's really good. Sort of. Not really. I kind of have Omniscience. Alright. There's no... They can kill it, but it'll already have done this, right? So it doesn't matter if it dies. It doesn't have any text anyways, so... I have so much mana. I love it. Can I copy... Wait a minute. We can copy their Castle Lockmane. I didn't think of that. I mean, it's kind of painful. It's actually, like, really painful. But maybe I should just make one. I did not think of that. Alright. I go down on mana, but that's kind of fine, right? No rush to activate it. Opponent says nice. I agree. Surprised I saw that. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna cycle this. My opponent gets mana, doesn't really matter. A farewell. I think I will just cast that. Because I don't want to deal with Waste Not. Slowly incurring value over the course of this game in some weird, annoying way. And if we keep these in hand, we're not too upset, right? Opponent tries to get rid of them or sees it like a Thought Seize, and it's just totally... Oh, look! Thought Seize right off the top. And they see it is actually not doing anything. Alright. Crazy. Crazy, crazy game. That was the most emotional roller coaster-y game I've had in a while. And it was our very first game. So for sideboard, I like the marches, and that's kind of it. Can take out... there's a lot of removal, but I expect them to take out a lot of removal. So, like, you don't want to keep your removal just for Strict Proctor. It actually doesn't even work. I can still just play the Lotus Field, right? So, what do we take out for those two? Do we even bring them in? Are they, like, worth it? It's creature, artifact, and enchantment, so it hits Waste Not, it hits Shield Druid, it hits, I guess, Murderous Rider. It doesn't hit Liliana. Could just take out a Censor or something weird like that. Don't want to find a position where I'm like... I just don't have good stuff. They have, like, 4 Duress, I assume. Mono Black is the most straightforward thing, so... It's like 4 Duress... Probably 2 copies of Thought Distortion. I like this hand, but it's not great. But I'm going to get completely hosed by discard, so it doesn't even really matter what I keep. My opponent somehow did not have a Duress or Thoughtseize. That's actually kind of crazy to me. What is it, Pilfer? You don't have a 2-mana discard either? Well, I really didn't expect to get to keep my hand. It's kind of crazy. Sure. Necromentia. Well, that's obviously... Can't let that hit anything. Would be in a pickle. Can play this tapped. Liliana with no land? Alright. Nice, nice. Alright, so we leave up the Wandering Emperor. I already have double white. Can play it like that. Can make it 2/2, which probably play the Wandering Emperor though. Go blank. So get rid of Shark Typhoon and land, having just run this out and not be too upset about it. Maybe I just take these. Because my opponent's missing land drops. Or I could just do this. Yeah, let's do that. Strict Proctor. I'm going to keep that in hand because discarding it to stuff is better than just playing it. Doesn't really do anything. Shieldred Edict. Planeswalker. Alright, well, no. Probably have like a Fatal Push or something. This taps for black, right? Yeah, it does. So I probably should just cycle this. What a surprise. Wait a minute. Why do they have Fatal Push? I just realized. Why exactly is my opponent running Fatal Push? It's odd. Alright, so we don't have anything going on. But, that's fine, right? I'm gonna run out my hand, and my opponent's done. Nice. We didn't have any cards in hand, actually, so it's kind of funny that they scooped, but cool. That was the first game I played, and it was against Mono Black discard, and we had some weird stuff going on, but still kind of got there. Historic Brawl is like, boom, instant. Just find people instantly. Alright, I'm gonna keep Jank, I guess. What do I got to lose, right? Maybe I should have played Inversion first? No, this would just come in tapped pretty often anyways. That's kind of spooky. Kind of hope I can just cycle this. Depends what we're up against. Because I have these, or namely this, if it's like plays to the board, and I'd rather just not censor. Possibility. Oh no, it's Naya. What does that mean? What does Naya mean? I actually don't know. Yep. I know there's green-white company life gain nonsense, but I don't know why they have red. It's weird. I think this is a combo deck. They have a lot of red. It isn't just a splash. Well, I mean, I guess it could still be a splash. Alright, we're probably not going to get to 8 mana. Let's just play tap lands as they show up. By the time I would be able to cast this, I don't think the game would be about it anyways. Here comes the collected company turns for the rest of the game, maybe? Felidar Retreat. Alright, something more land-based. Do I exile that? Well, I mean, I can't right now anyways. Can I? 1, 2, 3. I guess I technically could, but you just play farewell at that point. Alright, so we really do not want to see collected company left up. That's what we don't want to see. I don't even really want to cast farewell with just like 2 2/2s and a 1/1. Alright, this is not what I thought it was. This isn't company. This, I mean, it still could be, but Omnath, maybe. But it seems straight Naya, though, so I don't know. Do they have a second land? Oh, they only had 1 green. They actually cannot level this up. Rip. Basic Mountain. So, all green-white. Haven't seen any red cards and a lot of red mana. Gonna play you. Gonna pass. I have Wandering Emperor now. Scute Swarm. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yep. Make a bunch of Scutey boys, and then, yeah. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna just plus. I don't think blocking makes much sense. I doubt there's any crazy haste. I'll just take it, and then we just cast Farewell. Looks like my opponent's just been stuck on the green here. Like, their hand is green with only 1 green source. No red cards yet still. Very strange. Okay, so do this. Start making 1/1s. Still play my lands. I'll probably play Shark Typhoon. Dragon Master Outcast. What? It's the beginning of your upkeep. Sure. Okay, then escape for a bunch of lands, create a bunch of forest dryads, and a removal for Wandering Emperor. How does this work? Having a senior citizen moment. Alright, so I would really like to get rid of this and also play Shark Typhoon, but I can't do that, so let's just do it like that. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, we're doing this. I was going to say maybe I can crack a clue for another land, but obviously cost mana to do that. Swing for 2. These Dryad spells are not too scary. They can only really play 1, right, with the given mana, and then I can just counter it. It just makes a bunch of 1/1s, right? That, I guess, it makes a bunch of what is essentially Llanowar Elves. They can do it for less than all the way. Nope, no respect. No respect. I don't get it. Don't get it. So do I play this or this? I mean, if we can play this, this is certainly stronger. So I'll just run that out. I can't imagine my opponent has a clean answer to this. I thought it was on hit, not on attack. That's pretty good. Do I play this? I don't see why I would. I will play this, though. Although making a normal shark is... No. We're doing this. What am I talking about? Okay, they finally played something. Sure. That blocks very, very, very efficiently, actually. Like, to the point where I can't swing. That's a very good... Oh, never mind, get wrecked. Never mind. Silly me. Clearly we were just destined to win this game. But, I mean, to be fair, I am drawing a lot of cards. To be fair. Alright, now that we have a bunch of Teferis, I just will play this. Get rid of my channel lands. Even if they have, like, Settle the Wreckage, I don't know why I would... I don't know. So we want Aether Gust. Do we want March again? A lot of tokens, a lot of stuff that isn't like... I don't know, one-for-oneing doesn't seem too ideal, but I think I want these Aether Gusts. They do have some non-green stuff, though. Maybe I just straight up do not want Aether Gusts. Though, maybe they're better than Censors, because they do like ramp ahead really fast. And this one seems like the weakest of the bunch here. It's certainly Aether Gust is just better than Censor on average, right? Like it just has to be. It just has to be. Anything else interesting? I can Narset's Reversal some of their giant spells, but that doesn't stop the majority of things. So I don't think that's where we want to be. Same with Dovin's Veto, so... Dovin's Veto still might just be better than the Censor, like as a one-of. I think that's what I want to do, yeah. I think that's what we want to do. Choosing which player to play first. I kind of want to keep this just because of Doomscar. Like, if I can just stop the board, who cares what they're doing? And we do have a Lotus Field, so if we find a Proctor, we're like in a... Like, if we just randomly top deck one, we're in a much better position. So... Looks kind of weird, but I'll take it. I also just don't want a mulligan. Alright, we have a lot of mana, so we might wind up keeping... Well... Yeah, we might wind up actually cycling that Rafine's Tower, especially with the Lotus Field. I don't need the Rafine's Tower to help me cast my one copy of the End here. Okay, Aether Gust was a very good draw. Is it better than... Yeah, it's better than Foretelling, especially when I just don't have to foretell. I mean, turn 5 might be the turn I go to cast this anyways. Alright, that's a good thing to deal with now. They put it on top. So let's do this. Do I want to cast Lotus Field? I think I do because I have a Thespian stage. I think that's fine. I can't imagine I'm in a bad spot having done this, right? Just do this next turn. I don't even have to do it. I can Memory Deluge instead. There's some white cards that are problematic. That, like, give indestructible to everything. And, I mean, there's a green card that does that too. Heroic Intervention. Which would be kind of annoying, but it doesn't stop Farewell. Alright. They just didn't want to play the game. Oh, no Lotus Field with this thing that I apparently am supposed to be playing. This hand looks... It just looks ugly. I can't imagine it's what I want to do. Probably get rid of the Proctor, right? Just banking on finding a Lotus Field doesn't seem realistic. What do we got here? Jund? Alright, or just black-green or something. Blue? Yeah. We'll leave up March for like a cat. Or we just lose Thoughtseize. I mean, Teferi instantly, right? You take Teferi here, right? You take the Memory Deluge. Okay, fair enough. Or you just have a second Thoughtseize. Yep. Silly me. And now we're down to 2 cards. One of them is a land. Misery's Shadow. Whoa. I can't imagine my opponent is going to dump their entire turn into it. So just let it sit there. That's kind of unbelievable, actually. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Huh. Oh, they have a sack outlet for it, huh? Bone Crusher, never mind. It is not a sack outlet. That's an interesting time to cast Bone Crusher, in my opinion. Let's see here. I guess I just run this out. And do I play the land? I don't know what universe I wouldn't. I do kind of need double white. Thespian Sage can now just copy a Hollowed Fountain. More Fatal Pushes, you got it. Alright, that does not let me cast anything spicy. Do I just 1-for-1 right now? Maybe I can wait a turn? I think I can wait a turn, especially with this Memory Deluge here. I think that makes sense. Because it's not like my opponent can develop a bunch of creatures or anything. Alright, yeah. I don't want to take 4 again, especially when the Bank Buster can hit me for a lot. And I will play the land. And now we just hope we find something good at some point. This Thespian Stage has a bunch of abilities because I copied the Thespian Stage version of Hollowed Fountain. It's kind of funny. Okay, these cards don't seem to play nice with each other, but I guess that's fine. Oh, right, the Bank Buster just makes it so I can't cast my card anyways. Never mind. Wait, no, that's not... That's the other one. I'm thinking of the other one. That exiles your stuff. That one is not that one. So this actually was just insanely good then, right off the top. Removing the one card I can come back into the game with. Hull comes in tapped. Technically not... I am dead to a creature though, but they need to show me it. And they have it. Yep, whatever. Maybe Narset's Reversal for like Thoughtseizes, but that doesn't feel like it makes a lot of sense. No, I don't think I changed much for Jund here. Never know what's going on. Alright. Strict Proctor off the top. One time. Surely. Surely there won't be an army of 1-minute discard spells. Positively impossible. Oh wow, look. 1-minute discard spells. Funny that. I don't even know if I counter the next one. Wow. Crazy. You just take the make disappear to... What? Okay. I guess I just play this then? Did not take make disappear. Guess they just want to respect it for all eternity? No idea. Let's cycle that. Alright. That's decent enough. So now I have Wandering Emperor at some point. Opponent does not throw any kind of Bone Crusher Giant at me or anything. Gotta love Unlicensed Hearse. That was the one I was thinking of last game. Just gonna rip this band-aid off now. It makes it so I can actually top deck a Teferi. Discard. Okay, so I guess I'll get rid of the other Wandering Emperor. I mean, my opponent hasn't shown me anything. You know what? I'll just keep it just in case my opponent can't do anything about it. I think that's fine. It's not bad to have a second one, right? It's not bad at all. It's actually not the worst draw. Like, all things considered, it could have been just a normal land. This lets me kind of activate Hall of the Storm Giant, which could be useful. Alright, sure. I think I flash in the other Wandering Emperor now. Not sure if my opponent was expecting this. And then I make another 1-1, or 2-2. I think. Before they find blockers and stuff. Or just more removal. Does that make sense? I feel like it does, right? It's not like I'm killing my opponent super fast here. So I'll just take that off the board here. Lets me keep my actual removal spell too. And we're gonna plus. I'd rather not get in a position where I can never just have a board presence, because now I can at least minus. Alright, so there goes that. So let's copy you. And I don't see a reason to march the Unlicensed Hearse. Yeah, I don't see a reason to do that. Let's just swing with this twice. It has Ward 3. My opponent literally can't interact with it. Okay, now they can interact with, like, Fatal Push or something, but that also has Death Touch. I think it's fine to just lose 2 life to see what I draw. Alright, so let's do this for 4. Let's see, so can I activate... I do 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6... Oh no, it's not enough mana! You gotta be kidding me. I thought it was enough mana. I'm just actually stupid. Really? Because this is... It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm just dumb. Scrying 2, I guess. I didn't really lose that much, but it's still just really bad. Alright, so they have another chump blocker. The Unlicensed Hearse is now too big, so I can't swing anymore? So I guess I just scry on upkeep. Don't even know what I'm looking for here. Well, definitely not those. Well, that's not great either. Let's just cycle it. That is kind of decent. I expect some amount of removal for it, though, so it's not, like, great. I might even just have to play it as a 1-1, depending on what my opponent does here. But it would be nice to not play it as a 1-1. Sure. I think I'm just going to cycle it. I think it makes... you know what? Nah, let's just not. Let's just not cycle it. Let's play this tapped. I can just put them in the Abyss here by swinging, but they have so many... Oh, again, actually, never mind. The Unlicensed Hearse is an 8/8. I can't actually swing with the Hall, that's right. I'm almost dead to it in one hit, which is funny. He's got 4, 5, 6, 16. They're facing out 16 here. And then the Hive of the Eye Tyrant is another 3. Like, I'm almost just straight up dead. My opponent got rid of a Thoughtseize. That's actually really funny. And finds the rest. So we do this for 7. Surely, surely there's no removal spell. Excuse me. Surely no removal spell. Surely this just hits you in the face, right? No Liliana, and you lose. They can gain 1 life from eating a creature, I guess? Not going to show him the Dream Trawler for no reason. Alright. Opponent had it tied up now. So let's see here. My deck box is Beseiju still. It was in here for a second. You know what? We're just going to run it back. We're going to run it back. It worked. It worked, so. Alright, we won. Alright, cool. That was game 3. My opponent, like, rage quit post-sideboard, I guess. And they just didn't end up sideboarding. We had to rope out for like 5 minutes, but that's kind of strange. I feel like this is totally... Like, you won game 1. I don't know why you would rage quit for that, but I mean, I'll take it. It must be a favorable matchup for me, even though they have like 12 1-mana discard spells. Do I keep this? I don't think I do. Do I keep this? Yeah, I put back Farewell. Alright. I can't imagine I'm mulliganing to 5. Seems ridiculous. Alright, hopefully it's like God honest elves and not something else. I do kind of need double white, but let's just do decision making last with the flip land. Because you never know what I draw. Because I also kind of need double blue as well. Double white's certainly looking more important. Rotting Regisaur. Okay. I'm a little confuzzled. Not gonna lie. Alright. I can't imagine this kills me, but I mean, maybe it's possible. Let's just do this now. Fix our colors and stuff. That's kind of cool. Essica's Chariot. That makes 2 2/2s, right? Yeah. What's the crew on this? 4? Okay. So we just don't want to see another Regisaur. This is a pretty sick deck. I like what's going on so far. Surely you want to crew this in response. Oh. Opponent. Alright, so no second Regisaur, please. Literally anything ever that isn't that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So I just don't want to see a token. Okay, looks like no token to copy with the Chariot. Sure. Do you eat my graveyard or do you gain life? Alright. Opponent wisely gaining life. Love to see it. So I can play out a Proctor and just like put a counter on it. Feels really stupid. But do I do that? Actually, I can play both Proctors. What am I don't even have to play one, I can play both. I'll plus right now. Maybe my opponent isn't expecting the second one. Every single game, it has died to exactly Fatal Push. That's really funny to me. It's always just my opponent has this Fatal Push that would otherwise be completely useless. Okay, sure, yeah. What's the backside of the spooky thing? At the beginning of your upkeep, target creature from a graveyard. Alright, they cost 7. Kind of like way... Oh, actually, they're not too far from that. They're not too far from that. This is pay life? No, pitch a card. Alright. Tired of not drawing lands. So let's get you and... Actually, let's do you and you, right? Yeah. play this out. Get rid of you and you. Yeah. Make sure I don't sack the Thespian stage, because I can make a second Lotus Field at some point. Of course, my opponent draws the best card in the observable universe. I have to pretty much the end that like right now and hope my opponent doesn't find anything off the top to crew this Chariot. Otherwise, I'm just dead. But I'm gonna do this now, so I don't lose. Alright, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 cards that get them. There's 4, I believe, yeah, 4 top decks to do that. Let's make a. Can we afford to? No, we're gonna make a 1/1 shark with this floating black, so I can at least not die to those nonsensical top decks here. All right, so almost sitting pretty, but not quite. I probably should block here, probably. Do I block? Let's see. If I don't... No, we're blocking. I mean, it makes it so their top deck removal is a lot worse. Okay, so we play a land. We play Teferi. I can minus this. But no, we're going to plus. We're just going to plus. I can make a 1/1 blocker here. If I have to or something. Alright, so now they have that weird enchantment. So I make a 1/1 so I don't die. Do they have any creatures still? Oh, they do. Lame. So do I minus this or do I... I think I have to minus... I'm so, like, confused. Let's plus. I can cast the other Teferi. Okay, that sort of helps, I think. Okay. And then I play land. And I can still survive with a chump blocker. Assuming my opponent doesn't draw anything nonsensical. Very good. Very good. No further creatures. So we do this. We get you and I guess you. We get rid of you. And again, we need them to not find anything. Alright, don't top deck one of your 4 other things at crew. Nice, alright. Okay, so this is green with some black, so I guess the Aether Gusts are better than Censor slightly again. I kind of like these other marches for like Llanowar Elves and stuff. Censor's not very good against Menadorks. And we're at 61. Do I really want Lantern of the Lost? Like, do we really want that? I don't know. Just for that weird 7-mana enchantment, that doesn't seem realistic. What are we taking out? Disruption is still a land, so it's kind of like hard to take that one out. Because I'd literally just be taking out a land. Do we expect Dream Trawler to like be a thing in this format or this game? Is this where we are? I feel like it isn't. I can probably take the Trawler out, actually. I don't think this is the game for it. Oh, hey, Proctors again. Okay, this hand is really rough. Let's put back you. We can actually put back Hall. That way my top deck, the end, actually castable, right? Well, these two. I prefer a Thoughtseize over a... Oh, shoot. Over that stupid thing. Alright, surely there's no Rotting Regisaur again. Alright, let's play... you... Yep. I can't imagine I'm cycling these, but maybe. I'm really just banking on getting to a really fast farewell, I think, is what we're trying to do here. Or not. Yep, whatever. Alright, I'm going to cycle a shark then. Please. 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 Okay, interesting keep from the opponent. So do I play Lotus Field? I think I do, right? And then next turn have a second one with the Thespian Stage, and then the turn after that I have actual Magic to play. Probably my best bet. I could have played Untapped Land and marched this. I don't know, is that better? It's starting to look like it was better, but who knows? Alright, well, there goes the march. And I'm not dead because I have a shark chump blocker. Yep, same spiels last time, opponent. Nothing new. Let's do this for 2. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, block there. And then I can block this next turn. I think at this point what I need to do is like greedy value dumb stuff, I think, so. Just gonna go ahead and keep this around. Okay, looks like it wouldn't have mattered what I blocked. I can play Teferi plus it, doesn't do anything. Play Teferi minus it. Technically alive. I could blind plus, but that doesn't seem reasonable. Yeah, let's get rid of... No, wait, I'm still dead. I'm still dead, right? Yeah, alright, so blind plus. And minus there, block there, dead. So let's see what we draw. Drew nothing. I could have maybe found Wandering Emperor right off the top. Yeah, that would have saved me, I guess. That would have done something. Okay, that was a really rough game for sure, but again, that's Thoughtseize. Do we want Seal Away? It exiles cards, which is pretty nice. I guess they have Beseiju, but Seal Away can stop, like, the Tenacious Underdog. We just saw that one, so... Why don't I just do 1 and 1? I'll add one of these and take out a Make Disappear. Do that. I almost want a second copy of The End. I mean, it's kind of hard to cast it, though, to be honest. Oh, man, look at all these proctors. Alright. Alright, so both games they've had turn 1 Minidork. I mean, they're running 8. So, yep. They've had turn 1 Minidork 3 games in a row. I'm going to just get rid of it now. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not, because I have a censor. I'll just maybe censor a 3-drop. Feels really strong. Especially that one. We're going to lose these lands. I'm going to set my opponent back here by just doing this. Resolving March is like the slowest thing in the game. It's kind of funny. Let's do this, and then I can Deluge next turn. Can still Deluge. Do I get rid of this? Probably. This kind of weighs out. Liliana of the Veil is really, really, really annoying. But not the end of the world for sure. Especially if I get something going really fast. I think I get rid of the other Lotus Field. Let's see what we find actually first. Okay, we can get this and discard Doomscar. Just get these two. Yeah, we'll just get rid of Doomscar at this point. Because we found a Proctor. They have Collected Company? This is literally the first game that we'd have seen it too. It looks like Collected Company. Wow, that's really bad for me. Literally did not see one game too. Oh, it is not Collected Company. It's Takanuma getting Shieldred, right? Yep. That is actually not too big of a deal. The big deal here is the Liliana. Oh. Okay, never mind. They could have ticked it up to 6 there. That's kind of fine. I don't think we're upset about that one, to be totally honest. Okay, so we play a land. We discard the other one to the Liliana, and then we hopefully can just exile this with the Emperor. I don't know if my opponent's going to respect a Emperor out of hand. Especially when I have Deluge mana. Okay, I didn't think so. They didn't fire up the Hive, which is interesting. Oh, because they wanted to eat my Deluge. Yeah. Wait, they didn't eat the Deluge! You didn't eat the Deluge! What are you doing? Okay, well, I mean... Yeah. Let's take you and... You? Guess it doesn't matter what the other card is, because I'm going to discard it to Liliana anyways. Do I cash this in because they're just going to very easily kill it? I think I legit cash this in because they can just kill it. There's no way for me to actually defend it. And I hold the land for Liliana. I don't... excuse me, I don't really need more mana, so... Sure. Opponent's got some pretty weak top decks at this point from all those elves and stuff. Definitely. They can swing, but then I can start harassing the Liliana. So we're not really that bad. I'm very surprised they did not exile this Merry Deluge. They just ate a creature. Maybe there's merit in that. I'm just not too confident there is. Alright, well, they've conceded to blocking with the Elvish Mystic, I think. Otherwise, their attack seems strange, right? So, see how they react to this. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, if you're going to swing, you want to defend that, so... So if I play Liliana... I mean, if I play this... Okay. There's no universe I don't play this, right? Plus... put a stop here. Float some white. Untap. And then I play... this... here, or maybe we just don't even care about. Actually, yeah, we gotta deal with this because it's gonna harass my hand too much. And then I get rid of all the copies of that. What do they have here? Shieldred, Essica's thing, that. Playset of Thoughtseize is still one Beseiju. All right, nothing, literally nothing surprising. And then I will just get rid of Doomscar to deal with this card. Just get rid of my Doomscar. That's fine. It's been a very wild game, but it looks like I just have so much going on at this point, right? Yeah, I just had untap with Teferi is just an insanely good spot to be in, but it could still die, right? It could still die. The two cards I look at right now might not save it. Okay. We get a whiff, and we get a whiff. Alright, so we did lose to Fairy. But it is on my opponent to exhaust a bunch of resources to do said killing. Which is a whole turn of stuff. But we did lose to Fairy. Oh, my neck. Opponent literally has to do this, right? Like, if I answer the hive, they just scoop, so... It's like, that's a must-answer thing right in that exact spot. Oh, never mind. Second to Fairy. Everything's undone. Everything is fine. But, I mean, it's possible, right? Like, it's absolutely possible. Alright, we finally found an answer. Finally found an answer. No more Teferi scam. No more Teferi scam. But that is really funny. I almost had it, though, right? Like, if I did draw another land, I would have been in a pickle. Almost had it. But yeah, like I said, the moment I, like... stop this Teferi pressure, they're probably just gonna scoop. Maybe not. I mean, it'd be kind of crazy for them not to, but who knows, right? Yep, like I said, they're just gonna... that's it. They're banking on... like, they can't let me untap with this, but now that I have a second Planeswalker in play, it's even harder for them to do anything. So... this was just super fun. It's right up my alley. I literally did not lose a game in the 90 minutes I was playing, which is cool. It is definitely one of the more competitive decks, and I'm sitting at low platinum, so it's just gonna probably steamroll like any jank stuff going on, but it's just really good. I don't know about the Thought Distortion. I think... as it stands, the sideboard could definitely use a little tweaking. There were a lot of games where I just didn't really want to change anything at all, which is kind of interesting. I guess that just goes to show the power of just the main deck, which is definitely where you want to be. But some of these could do for a little tweaking. Like, it does feel annoying to not have a Lotus Field when you have Proctors, because then this just feels very useless. There's not many things that you care about from your opponent to counter, so it's just like a 1/3 flyer that, I mean, it can block. You know, it's not terrible, but it's just... I mean, I get it. I get it. It's so common. Like, you just play this with the Lotus Field decks right now. That's just the thing to do, even in a control deck. It does allow you to have a higher mana curve if you can consistently do that thing, but... I wasn't consistently doing it. I think I only did it once, which is a good thing. That means it's not inherently make or break. I just don't like making room for this 1/3, but that's my bias. I mean, it's also a creature, right? So if you do play it, your opponent has a lot of removal that wasn't doing anything game one. It's going to go flying into it. So you better play this the turn you have a Lotus Field, or it ain't doing much. Obviously Teferi is just awesome. The end was good every time I cast it, and I never found myself with it in hand and it wasn't castable. I do have Lotus Field, I have Fiend's Tower. I could even splash more black sources and then add a second copy of it. Taking out probably... I don't even want to get to that, but there's ways to do that. I never bumped into any game where I would want the Dovin's Veto. It would probably mostly be the Mirror or the Polymorph deck that does the Xenagos World Spine Worm thing. I can't think of the Polymorph card name, but creative something. But we never really were against another blue deck, so that just didn't come up. Also, most of the green I played against, Aether Gust wasn't too great. There was a lot of multicolored cards in the green decks. I never played against mono green to put these in, but there were still some times where I did want to put this in. There's definitely more work to do on the sideboard, though, I think. But this seems like a pretty solid safe starting point without the thought distortion. I probably just I just threw this in there because I didn't know what to do. I don't think I like this ever. Even in like the blue white mirror, I like, is this what we really want to do? Like it a thought distortion you, but your opponent still has Teferi sitting in play and you just look like a goober. I don't know. That just I don't know. The Dream Trawler also could totally be just another Shark Typhoon. It absolutely could just be that. It gives you some hedge against maybe red if it's trying to beat you up or something. But still, an early shark or a shark that would be faster than playing this could essentially gain you more life against a hyper aggro deck, right? And you can also cycle a shark. You can't cycle this if you need to cycle your cards to find better things to do. This is a dead card in a hyper aggro mono red matchup, usually, unless, again, you're proctoring a Lotus Field to actually get this into play. But you would need this, you would need this, and you would need this. And I don't think that is a reason to run this. You're like, oh, the chance I do this. That's not why you would do this in the first place. So not really much to consider with that. The sensors seem to be the things I take out the most. So maybe that's, I don't know, play versus draw could just be the reason you do that. That's just what sensor does. Obviously, if you're like game one and it's just bad against stopping your opponent's 1-drops or their 2-drops or something like that, play versus draw. What's nice game one is you can at least cycle them. But if they come out post sideboard, it's like not too unexpected, right? For spot removal, I didn't feel like I was pretty starved on it or anything like that, but these make disappears could definitely be hard removal for something and just not run any crazy counter spells like at all, actually, right? It's just like, these are my counter spells, which looks and feels kind of goofy, but it works, right? Just given what the meta looks like. This isn't modern, right? You can, if you can get away with it, then absolutely go for it. So yeah, those are my closing thoughts. I will definitely tweak this and fully expect me to play more of this down the road, because I absolutely will. This is right up my alley. Probably something more Esper centric, but yeah, let me know what you thought about this iteration. I don't know why this won't stay up as it stood. Actually, let me fix this. Yeah, there we go. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.